Can you see my screen, Vamshi? Hello.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I can see.
And you can hear me as well, right?
Yes.
Okay. So in today's session, we will learn uh, about the business process in Sterling Integrator. Okay. So before we start writing the business process, or we do learn about what all components construct a business process, and what is activity, what is services, and how to troubleshoot a business process, we first need to understand what is a business process. Okay. So in Sterling Integrator, we write business processes to achieve a business goal. Okay. That business goal can be sending a file to your client. That business goal can be pull a file from FTP server or SFTP server. That business goal can be pull a file from a file system, or that business process goal can be translate an XML file or an EDI file into some other required format, and after that sending that file or transferring that file to mainframe, one of the mainframe system. So these are the business goal, and to accomplish this business goal, we write the business process. Okay. To understand what is the business process and what I mean by business goal, and how we can visualize a business process, let me take an example. Okay. Say suppose you have a business goal that today you want to play a song in your laptop. Okay. Now your business goal or your end goal is you want to play a song in your laptop. This entire goal, okay, or entire process of playing a song, okay, in your laptop, consists of small subtasks. Okay, so your task is play a song in your laptop, but this task is consist of small subtasks. Those subtasks is, say suppose if you want to play a song, you have to turn on your laptop. Okay, so you have to, so first task is turn on your laptop. Once your laptop is started, you may have to go to the C folder and then in the songs folder. So that is task number 2, right? So the first task is turn on laptop. Okay. Second task is open songs folder, right? And next task is open window media player. And once you open the window media player, click on the or select the song that you want to play, right? So what I'm trying to say is every goal or every business goal is basically consist of small subtasks. When you connect these subtasks in a sequence, in a particular sequence, you achieve your end goal or your business flow or your business goal, right? So this is basically a business process. We write business process to achieve a business goal, right? To construct a business process, we have services and we have activities. We connect, first we have to know what activities we need, because each and every activity or every service do a specific task. Say suppose this is your task named open folder. You have a task or you have a activity, or say suppose you have a service named as open folder, right? So you have to, in somewhere in your business process, you have to execute this task, right? So when this task is executed, your folder in your system will be opened, right? Now you cannot execute this task before your laptop is turned on, right? So this task has to come after your laptop is turned on. You have another task called the task or a small service, or we can call it as a small activity called the turn on the laptop, right? So you have to first know the services and activities, and you have to connect or sequentially arrange these activities in a certain pattern so that you achieve desired business goal. Okay, so this big box that you see in the picture is nothing but business process. Okay, and in short form we also call it as BP. Now in our further conversations we always call it as a BP. Okay, a BP is, or a business process is, consist of or made up of tasks or services. Okay, we have lot of services in Sterling Integrator. We will see and we will understand through examples that what are those services and how we can use them. Okay, and we also have activities, right, that we use to connect our services or to construct a business process or BP. Okay, so these small tasks, I hope you understand, called the activities or services. Okay, uh, Vomshi, is that okay? Any question?
Yeah, understand.
Got it, right?
Yes.
So now we will see how to write a business process. Okay, and basically it's a very simple. You just have to know about the services and activities, right? And you have to know what actually you want to achieve and how to connect these services to achieve your business goal. Okay,
Okay.
so does this example make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay, now I'm going to open my SI, Sterling Integrator, and we will start writing business processes. Okay, so as you are aware that this is your dashboard, right? So if you are if you do not remember, then let me just remind you that to open the Sterling Integrator we have to uh, open this we have to use the URL that your admin has provided you, which is IP address and the port number. This port number can be different for your installation because this port number, we assign this port number when we install Sterling Integrator. Okay, after giving the port number, if you give dashboard, right, it will open the Sterling Integrator, right? To open the Sterling File Gateway, you have to use File Gateway, okay? But to open the Sterling Integrator, you have to write dashboard, okay? So this is how you open the dashboard. Now, default user ID password for your Sterling Integrator instance is admin and then password. This is your this screen we call SI dashboard. Okay, this has all the options and all the functionality that can be achieved through Sterling Integrator. Okay, so because today we are going to uh, learn about the business processes, so we'll focus only on that part, and we will in our next sessions we will see other functionalities and other available options in SI dashboard. Okay, so let's see how to write business process in Sterling Integrator. So to in Sterling Integrator, we write the business processes in GPM. Okay, GPM is another tool. Okay, it's a Java tool that comes with Sterling Integrator. Okay, so to open the GPM, you first need to click on the business process and then click on the manager. Okay, on this screen, on the first option, which is read as run graphic process modeler, you need to click on the go button in front of that. Okay, once you click on it, you will see something like this on your desktop. That means your GPM is being opened, and it's a Java tool, so it's a little slow, so you have to give some time. Okay, but it will open, so you have to be patient. And we have a lot of other things that we will see in our sessions, that how to monitor business processes. Like this, in this option you can see the current business processes. Then you have various ways to search the business processes in your instance, and a lot of things. Okay, so my GPM is opening. GPM is a tool where we uh, orchestrate, or where we join different services or different activities to construct a business process. Okay, now let me also tell you, there is two ways to write a business process. First is through the GPM, graphic process modular. Okay, that we are going to learn today, right? So for the beginners and or people who are starting um, Sterling Integrator, it is recommended for them to use GPM to write the business processes. Even if you are experienced, it will not hurt, and it's not bad if you are using GPM to write the business processes. Okay. But there is another way to write the business process, and that is through text editor. You can write the business process in text editor because business process is written in XML file. So if you are little bit experienced and you are comfortable with XML, then you don't need the GPM to write the business process. You can directly write GPM a business process in your text editor. So we will see that also, and maybe we'll see it today. Okay. So this is your GPM, graphic process modular, where you write your business process. Okay. For me, this looks a little bit different, but let me try to do something. Okay. When you will open your GPM first time, you will see something like this on your desktop. Okay. Completely blank. So before you start writing business process, right, you need components, or you need the activities to write the business process. Okay, so how to get the activities? For that, you need to go to click on the view, then come to the stencil. Okay, and then click on the BPML. Okay, this will open all the activities that are available in Sterling Integrator to construct a business process or to write a business process. Okay, so as you can see here, start and on fault, all and, okay, all start, assign, choice and choice start, sequence start, sequence, and we will learn about all these activities. Okay, and we use these activities to write business processes. Okay, and
This is used for the mapping like that.
no, mapping is different. Mapping is completely different. We'll discuss about that
Okay.
too. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
so this tool is only to write the business process. Okay, on the right, left hand side, these icons that you see, these are called activities. We use these activities to write business processes. Okay, so first we will write a hello world business process today. Okay, and we will deploy that business process in Sterling Integrator, and we will run it, and we'll see uh, how it has run and what result it has produced, and how to deploy and how to run a business process. Okay, so to write a hello world business process, first you need a file where you can place your activities. Okay, and then after placing the activities, obviously you have to connect those activities. Okay, so click on the new, go to the file, sorry, go to the file and click on the new. Okay, once you click on the new, you will see a file. This is nothing but a file actually, and this is where you have to place your activities to construct a business process. Okay, now every language, okay, has few rules that you have to learn if you want to use it. BPML has a rule that if you are writing a business process, your business process always and always has to start with a start activity and end activity. Okay, it always has to start with a start activity and end with the end activity. Okay, between these two activities, right? Now you know that, right? Why I'm calling this activity, because they're called activities. Okay, so
Yes.
between these two elements or the activities, you can uh, place your services or your activities to achieve a particular business goal, right? Services, when I'm saying services, maybe you want to write a file on your file system, or you want to pick a file from your file system. So there is a service, file adapter, file, say suppose file service or file system service to deal with the file system. Maybe you want to translate your file that you have received from a particular partner, right? So you have a translation service. So you have to place your service somewhere here, and you have to connect it in some way so that you get the desired result. Okay, so now because we want to just write a hello world business process, so I will keep it very simple, or I will say extremely simple, and will run a hello world service. Okay, Okay, this is my assigned service. This is another activity that is available in the business process, that is available in SI, right, which can assign a value in a process data element. Now, what is a process data? I will define that. I will explain that in a moment. Okay, because it's extremely important to understand process data. If you do not understand process data, you cannot understand the business process, and you cannot actually write good business process. Okay, so that's it. Each activity or each and every service, okay, has some parameters that can be configured. Okay, and this configuration has to be as per your requirement. Okay, so because assign service assigns some value to an element in the process data, you have to define first the in what element you want to assign what value. Okay, so it's like integer x. Okay, say suppose I don't know if you have any experience of any other programming language, but say suppose in Java or in C++, if I ask you to define a variable and assign some value in it, how you will do? So suppose if I'm talking about the Java, you will say integer x, okay, and then you will say x equal to 5, right? So you first define the variable and then you assign a value in that variable, right? Same thing here also. So this whole thing, okay, this entire thing is achieved in business process through assign activity. Okay, so this is your assign activity. So to configure any activity or any service, just double click on it. Okay, now as you can see here, it has 4 parameters that can be defined. Okay, that can be defined. So first one, as you can see, it says 2. Okay, as you can see, it says 2. So this is where you define the name of variable where you want to assign the value. So this x, right, name of variable is like this 2. So I want to create a variable called foo. Okay, and I want to assign a constant value in the foo variable, which is 55. So if I want to do that, this is how I have to do. Okay, so we learned three things. Process, business process always start with the start activity and ends with the end activity. And in between this, we can use other activities to achieve our business goal. To configure any activity or any service, we double click on it. That opens the all the available parameters that can be configured for that service or activity. For the assign service, we have 4 parameters as you can see here, and this is how we can configure it. Okay. Now, next step. In the next step, we're going to save this uh, business process in some file, and then we will deploy that file in SI, in Sterling Integrator. So I'm going to say save as or save, same thing. So your tool is asking, do you want to validate it, right? So I will say yes, and then I will create a folder called SI batch 2. Okay. SI2 hello world. See. Okay. What is that? What it says? Actually, if you write this business process in the text editor, it can run. Okay. But because we are writing here in the BPML, it's not able to validate it. So reason behind that is actually it says between the start and end. Okay, between the start and end activity, you can use only one of these um, activities only. Okay, so we have to use sequence start and sequence end. Okay, so actually everything comes between start start and end, right? You have to have always give a sequence start and sequence end, and between these two you can configure any number of activities, any number of services. Okay, so let me connect it again. Okay, so save it again. Save. It says validate. So this time see validation successful. Okay, so now this is my hello world business process. Okay, so
This one, every time we need to write in the GPM, we need to connect the map like this.
yes, right.
Okay.
But I mean, you do not have to write every time. Okay, if you already have a business process, maybe you just want to modify it or you just want to update something, right? That will also be a scenario.
Okay.
Hmm. But if you want to do something new, then obviously you have to write a new business process.
Okay.
Okay. But if you are using, if your project uses SFG, Sterling File Gateway, most probably I have seen most of the time people do not write the business process because business process and
Okay.
everything is already defined. Okay, and SFG
Okay.
uses existing business processes. Okay, but you have to know the business process.
Yeah.
Okay, and you have to also know how to write the business process because once you learn how to write business process, then only you will learn how to troubleshoot it.
Yeah.
Okay, so now our business process is ready. Now we are going to deploy it in Sterling Integrator. Now, very important. Now you need to learn how to deploy a business process. Okay, so again go to the business process manager and then click on the, this time you have to click on the second go button which is under the create. Okay, you click on the go. Okay, so in this screen you need to write the name of your business process. Okay, so in most of the cases name of the business process is same as name of your file, right? So this is the business
What the
process, right?
file we, yeah, what the file we created, then we need to give that name over there. Yeah.
Yes, right. Okay,
Okay.
so if you see we created the file with the name si2 hello world. Okay, so you can see that file here in your file system and you can see extension is .bp, right? That is bp means business process. You come over here Okay, so in this screen you can also see that there is two ways to create a business process. First is check in business process created by graphical modeling tool. Okay, so graphical modeling tool means this one. Second option is business process text editor. Okay, so say suppose you have created a business process in the text editor. Okay, you can use this option to check in that business process or to deploy that business process. Okay, so because our current business process is written in the GPM, so I have to select the first option. Okay, browse your BP file. Okay, next. Now these are the few options, configuration option that are available for your business process, right? How much, like, document tracking is enabled or not, and in which queue you want to run your business process, and what kind of document or the persistence label you want for your business process, right? And event reporting label or recovery label. We will see and we will learn all these options, but these are the advanced topics. So maybe after
Every
two or
time
three
when
classes,
like
we will learn this.
okay, no, I have the question. In every time in the real time, we need to change these fields, or as it is like we need to give like that.
Which full these fields?
Yes, these fields.
No, you don't need to change anything. These, I
Okay,
mean,
in the real time we do like this only the
yeah,
same.
right. I mean, it will not hurt if you just click on the next, right? Because as I
Okay,
told you that, I mean, we can certainly set these values, right, as per our requirement, but these are little bit advanced topic, and we will see in our future classes that what is the significance, and in what scenario you will set what value. Okay,
okay, yeah.
next, you click on the next. I'm just clicking on next on every screen. Okay, and then eventually finish. So your business process is deployed in SI. Okay, now next step is you have created the business process, you have deployed your business process. Good. Next step is
Go for the
run this business process.
mailbox.
Run this business process, right? So to run this business process, okay, or actually to search any business process that exists in your system, you have to use the third option here. Search business process. Okay? Process name. Name of my business process is SI2 Hello World. Okay. Just click on the go button. You will end up on this screen which says Business Process Manager. Okay. On this screen, you have two options. This is important. You need to aware of these steps. Okay. You have two options. One is Source Manager and other is Execution Manager. If you want to update this business process, then you have to go on the Source Manager. Okay. But if you want to execute uh, business process, then you have to click on the execution manager. Okay, so if you click on the source manager and click on the edit, actually you will come to the same screen, right? Remember, this was the, okay, we did not see this screen. Okay, so I will explain this later. And to execute this, click on the execution manager and then To execute it, actually click on the execute. Okay, click on the execute. So execute, now click on the go. Okay, so your business process is running. Done. Once you see status as success, it means your business process has been successfully ran. Okay, your business process started and then it executed assigned service. Okay, because we used only one service, right, in our BP. There is only one step that gets executed. Okay, now it has few columns, step. So 0, 1, 2, 3, depending on how many steps you have. Depending on that, you will see steps, name of the service that is executed for you, status of that service. I mean that step was successful or failed, right? So this is status. Start time, end time, what time that step was started, and what time that step got end or finished, what time that step is finished. Okay, here you can see start time and end time is same because your assigned service is executed in fraction of seconds, okay, or maybe in the milliseconds. That is why you see the same. But we have, when we use the complicated or complex services, right? Say suppose some service, FTP begin session service or FTP put service or SFTP put service that connect to external system and put a file or pull a file, then you will see start time and end time is different. Okay.
And yeah, and in my file gateway, we
Mhm.
are giving, we are filling like the producer, like the our client details, everything. We are giving the setup where some time is over there. You need to put the time is the same time in the both the start time and end time, or we can give some different time over there.
Where in SFG?
In my file gateway, yeah.
No, that is different. I will explain that later. Okay.
Okay, sure.
So status report, then you have documents. So we will see these two options as well. Next is, which is most important for now for you to understand, is instance data. Okay, instance data, or we also call it as process data. Okay, you click on this info link, it will open the process data. Okay, so remember, process data start with process data tag, XML tag. Okay, so this is your process data, this is your process data, and from where we are getting this foo element, foo tag. We are getting this foo tag in our process data because our business process has a element. Which element? Assign element. And we created
Send
a and we created foo element in the process data. Okay, we write here foo, right? That is why we see in the process data element called foo. Okay, and we assign 55 in the foo. That is why we have here 55. Okay, so this is how we execute business process, and you can see this is my process data. I will explain in detail what is the process data. Okay, but before going to that, I want to show you one more thing. Okay, now I'm going to add one more step. Okay, in my business process. Okay, and why I'm doing it? Because I want to show you a couple of things. Delete. I will add one more assign statement here. Okay, Here I want to create another element called bar. Okay, and I want to assign in that bar element as 100. Okay, I click on the save. Now as you can see, we have two assigned elements, two assigned service, two assigned activities in my business process. I clicked on the save. Okay, first thing that I want to tell you is, now the question is how we will, now I have updated or I have modified my business process, right? I want to deploy this updated business process in my Sterling integrator. The first question is how to do that. Hmm? How to do that? Come to your
The
dashboard
manager,
again. Yes,
yeah, dashboard, and the manager,
manager.
and the process
Search your
name.
search your business process.
Yes,
Okay.
it's a C folder. It's a C drive.
No, no, no. Search your search
The name,
in,
whatever we have given.
yes. Search with the name of your business process. Okay.
Yeah.
It was SI to hello world.
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah.
So SI batch to hello world. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, you click on this,
We need that.
right? Now again, when you
Yes.
search it, you have two options again: execution manager and source manager. Okay. You click on the source manager. Okay. Click on the edit.
Okay.
Okay. You will come on this screen, right?
Okay.
Here you can see, now this time you did not get the option actually to upload your file.
Actually, we change the values elements over there.
Right. So now we have updated our business process.
Yes.
Now we want to deploy our updated business process in SI. Right. Now there is a two-way. I mean, I told you right at the beginning there is two-way to write business
Yes.
processes. Okay. First, you can write your business process in the text editor and you can deploy it in the Sterling integrator. And other is
Spelling.
through GPM, right? So if you click on this edit button, right, you will end up in this screen where it will ask you to copy paste the your business process code. Okay,
Okay.
but previously, right, we deployed the business process through the first procedure. So we'll follow that, and I will show you this option as well. So because we want to actually deploy our .bp file. Okay, so to deploy that we
Yes.
have to click on the on this source manager page. Okay, we have to click on the go in front of check-in. Okay, click on go. Actually I do not use GPM to write the business process or other things, so that is the problem. So now if you clicked on the check-in, you will come in on this screen. Okay, where it will ask you to select your updated business process. Okay, click on the browse and select your updated business process and then write the comment. Right in the description or in the comment section, basically you write what you have
What
updated in
the
your
file
business.
name we given?
No, what is updated in your business process, right? So what I
Okay.
so that I mean, you are not the only person, right, working in your company. right? There are a lot of people, other you have your other colleagues who are working on this, right? So you write something in the comment so that others come to know that this BP is updated by XYZ person, and he has added a new assigned service, right? Because of some reason. So you can also write the reason. So write something logical or sensible, right? So that others understand
Okay.
that what has been modified by Vamshi in this business process. So what we did actually, we added a new added
Mm.
assign
Assign
service with value 100,
100.
something like that. I mean, you can write actually anything, whatever you want. Okay, just click on the next. Now this is the another important screen, right? You always, if you want Sterling Integrator to use your updated code for the execution, then you need to select on this option, right? You have to make your updated code as a default business process so that your system
It's every
uses
time we
that.
need to do whenever
Yes,
we update the code.
yes,
Okay.
right. Click on the next and click on the finish. Okay, now let's go again. Okay, now we want to execute it. Click on the execution manager. Okay, now here you can see now we have two versions, okay, of this business process, SI to Hello World. Okay, first one is this and the second updated one is this. Because we have, if you remember in the last screen, I selected the latest version as a default. That is why this is my default version. But if you want to make this version as a default, then you can click on here. Okay, so you can do whatever you want. If you want to run this version, updated version of your business process, right, for system to use, then you have to make it as a default. And to execute this version, okay, updated version, do you see this? This is what I have written in the comment, right? This is what I wrote in the
Yes.
comment, right? So now, say suppose I'm not in the office, you come and you can see that, oh, okay, SI2 Hello World was updated by Jay, and he what he did actually, he added a sign service with value 100. Okay, got it. So that makes sense, right? So click on the execute
Yeah.
and you can, oh sorry, we are not using that option. Click on go. You can execute it. Okay. Now this time we have two assigned services. Do you see here? So it has now see three steps: 0, 1, 2. Okay.
Yes.
Click on the instance
Info.
data and click on the info. You will see process data has only one tag called foo. Hmm?
Okay. Yeah.
Click on the next assign service. Click on the info. You will see two elements, foo and bar,
Okay.
right? So
Yeah.
this is my process data. I'm again telling you this is my process data. Okay, we'll discuss about this process data in a
Yeah.
1-2 minutes. Okay, so now we have two elements,
Yeah.
foo and bar. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Next.
Got it.
Now next, very important thing, I'm going to update my business process again. Here my business process again. There you go. Okay, I'm adding another business process. I want to this time uh, assign 200 on a variable called xx. Okay, I will
Yeah.
save it again,
Let's
save,
say,
and validate it. Done. Okay,
yeah.
what next? Now I have updated my business process. Next,
Yes.
I want
Ready?
to I want to deploy this updated business process or updated code in SI. What I have to do? Again, I have to search for my business process, right?
So, yeah. Source manager.
Source manager, check-in, right?
Uh,
So before the
yeah.
clicking on the
Checking.
check-in, you
Let's
have to
check.
click on the checkout. Okay, so that you get
Yeah.
locked on your business process. But this
Every
time,
time we need to the check out the first of.
yeah, it's some kind of problem. You have to click on the checkout. Okay, I will tell you what is checkout as well. Okay,
Okay, sure.
so but this time we'll update this business process through the code, not through the BP file, right? So to do that, you click on the edit. Once you click on the edit, it will open the old code, right? So
Okay.
this, do you see this business process that we have written in the GPM here? In this all this graph and everything.
Yes.
Actually, it has generated this code for you. Okay. So, but I don't want this code. I want my new code, and I want new code to check in SI. So to do that, click on the file. Oh, sorry. Click on the view. Click on the source.
Okay.
So behind the scene, okay, your GPM has generated this code for you. Okay, actually it's nothing but XML. Okay, you can copy this code and click on the Control C. Okay, select Control C, come to the SI dashboard and do the Control V. Okay, here is your description. Added. Okay, here you have to click on the validate before you click on the next. Okay, so this validate actually validate the syntax in your XML. No error here. Click on the next again.
I have one question.
Mhm.
Every time we need to do it as a manual, or this will automatically update in the BPM.
Which one?
Whenever
So
we are entering the new element.
no, you have to actually what you have to do exactly the way I am telling you. Okay, there is a way, right? You update in the GPM and then you can directly commit your changes in the SI dashboard, right? But most of the time that does not work. Okay, so you can
Okay.
consider that this is you have to do every time. This is how you have to update your code in SI every time. Okay,
Okay.
so this is how it is. So you checked in your code this time, or you checked in, or you deployed your business process through XML code. Hmm. Click on the return, click on the execute, click on the execute, will execute it again, click on go. This time now see, you have three steps, 1, 2, and 3. Okay. When first step was executed, it added only foo, right,
Yeah.
with 55. Second step was
Second time it's 100.
var 100, right, var 100,
Yeah.
right, and the third step was x
Yeah.
200.
200.
So in the process data you can see x 200, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
This will add for the first one every time. Whenever we execute the business process, this will goes to add to the first one.
Which one? I mean, I did not get your question.
The 200, the value what we have given in the
Yeah, I mean,
email.
whatever you want to do in your business process, whatever you will write here,
No,
uh,
this one comes over the separately the 200 and the double X value the same three, or it will go and add to the number first one.
this you are saying.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it has come
No,
separately,
because the
right?
food that we entered the first thing.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I understand. Yeah. Understand. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is. So now you learned 3 or 4 things, right? What all things you have learned? You have learned how to create Hello World BP, right? What is start and end,
Yeah.
sequence start, sequence end, and between the sequence start and sequence end, you can write all your activities, right? You
Yes.
can check in with the .vp file. You can also check in with the code. Okay. Now, next thing, important. I will close this file, and you do not have this. Okay. So you don't have code now, but you know that your code is inside your SI dashboard in Spelling Integrator. Okay.
Yeah.
Say suppose you work in my company and I ask you to, Vamshi, can you, I have a business process called SI to Hello World. Okay.
Hello.
Now currently it has 3 assigned statements. Can you add one more
Yes.
assigned statement in that?
Yes, we can.
Right. You will, so definitely you can add another assigned statement. That's not big deal. But to add assigned statement in the code, you need the code first, right? You need the
No, we
code,
don't have the code.
right? You need the code because right now you do not have code because I have closed the code from the GPM and I have also deleted from my local file system. Right?
Yes.
So now you need to take the code from SI dashboard, right? You need to
Okay.
extract the code from SI and you need to copy that code in your local laptop or system so that you open it in the GPM for modification, right? So for that, you will come on this screen, business process manager. You will search for it. You click on it. Click
Source
on
manager
the source manager. This time, see you have
and the checkout.
1, 2, 3 version, right?
Yes.
Whatever version. I mean, say suppose he
Then,
asks you to update the first version, so you will check out the first version,
okay.
right?
Checkout.
But the most, I mean, there may be situation where you have to add or update the previous versions, that you can definitely do it, but most of the time you will update the latest version of the code. So you click on the checkout.
Okay.
Okay, you clicked on the checkout and
Go.
it will give you option to save your BP file that I deleted. Okay, you click
Yeah.
on the save and then you need to save this file somewhere in your local file system. Okay, close. So here is your BP code. See that? Right?
And every time we need to save in the local drive C only, or we can save in some other place also, like.
You can save anywhere in your laptop or system, desktop. Does not matter C type. Anywhere,
Okay.
anywhere, wherever you want.
Okay. Okay.
right? Now to
Okay.
open your BP in the GPM, click on the file, click on the open, okay? Click on the C,
Local disk.
sorry,
Yeah.
okay? Here's your business process
Yeah.
again, right?
Yes.
So you need to add one more assign. Click on this.
Up to how many elements we can able to add?
You can add a number of elements.
Okay.
I have seen really huge business processes. Why? At this time, 500. Save. You clicked on the save. Now you have modified your business process. Now next thing is you have to check in back this business process, right? So now
Yes.
you learn and you know both ways to check in this business process in
Yeah.
SI. You can do it from the
Yeah.
XML code by clicking on the view
The
source,
view
and you can
source.
also do it by .bp file. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is the one way,
Yeah.
right? But normally, you know what I do? I mean, I don't do like this the BP and all, right? We normally what we do is we click on the source, we click on edit, okay? We copy this
Okay.
code from here quickly, and we always have some text editor, right? Good XML editor, okay? So we
Okay.
directly
Copy
update
all
the
the code to the.
and we update whatever he has. I mean, requirement is okay. Say suppose I have been asked to update this. I will say J 600 done, and then copy it again, right? Go here, remove it, V, and then add it. Or you can actually, I mean, in comment now you know, right? What is the use of this description or comment section? So you can write whatever you
Okay.
want.
The what of the last value, last thing we added, we give the
Whatever
description of it.
whatever modification you have done in your BP.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, click on the save and then finish. Return,
Okay.
execute, make it as default. Click on execute, and then go. Okay,
Yes. Yeah.
same thing. See, J. This is what I added, right?
Yes.
So that is also a
Yes.
way. Okay, got it.
Yeah. Yes, Lord.
So these are the different ways to check in and check out your business processes in SI.
Um, this is the real time what you people done in the office, everything the regularly like this.
Yeah, I mean, I do like this. I
Oh,
mean, my other colleagues use GPM, but I don't prefer GPM. I don't like GPM at all.
okay.
But
This is the
you,
process, actual process in the real time you people do.
in no, no, in real time, people use GPM. You need to use GPM. Okay,
Okay.
you need to use GPM. You will be using GPM only. Okay,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Don't at the beginning. Do not try to edit the this file directly.
Okay.
Okay, and one more thing. This is your BP file, right? Say suppose
Yes.
you have a scenario somewhere you somehow sometimes this GPM does not open. Okay, and you have requirement to
Okay.
update your this one business process. Bomshi, can you mute your mic? I'm getting a lot of noise. So Say suppose you have a requirement and you need to update your business process. You have checked out that business process, but due to some reason, right, your GPM is not opening, and you will see that sometimes GPM does not open. Okay, or say suppose you have this business process and you do not have GPM at all available, but you want to see what is inside this business process, what code has been written in this BP business process, right? So if you try to open this in any text editor, right, you will not able to open it. It will give some uh, this nonsense character, right? So you cannot read it basically, right? But there is a way to open this BP file also. Okay, and what is that way is, is my extract all. Okay, so use your in your system, use WinSCP or the this zip software to unzip your .bp file. Okay, once you unzip it, you will find a folder with the same name as the name of your BP, right? You click on it. Inside this, you will see two files. Okay, we have nothing to do with this one, so forget about that. You have another file called the stircom.bpml. Okay, you click on it, open. Okay, in any XML editor, you can see the actual code, right? So I can see that, okay, this is what this BP will do, or BP is doing, or I can just simply update it and right away check in my SI dashboard. Okay, like that. So that is another trick that we use, that good to know. Okay, so .bp file is actually nothing but is a zip file. Okay, actually .bp file is not a nothing but a zip file. So if you open that zip file, you will get the XML code for your business process. Okay, so this is the one thing. So now you know business process. Okay, so now you're familiar with the business process, right?
Yes. Okay, this one can I get like to do the software? This one we have to try like in myself. Is there any chance
I will discuss about that. Okay, and
to
then
practice?
I will talk about that later. Okay. Okay, it makes sense. Hmm. Now let's understand what is a process data. Now you have seen process data, right? Now let's understand what is a process data. Okay. Hmm. So process data is very important to understand the process data. Okay, if you want to get good hands-on or the mastery in you know in writing the business processes. Okay, so process data is a temp area or temporary area where you store values of your business process, okay, for later use. Okay, So process data is a temporary area, okay, that your business process use to store intermediate data. Okay, now say suppose if I give you a task, you have x equal to 5, y equal to 10. I want you to add these two values and assign back in x. Okay, I want you to add x and value of y and then again assign it to x. Okay, so how you will do that? So first you need a variable called x, then you need a variable called y, and you need to assign the values 5 in the x and 10 in the y. And then in the next step you need to do x plus y. Okay, and store the result of this x plus y in some temp variable, and in the next step you will be doing x equals to temp. Okay, so where you will hold these values, right? So first you have to hold the value of 5 in x, right? Then you need to hold the this 10 value in y, correct? And then you need to hold this temporary, I mean the x plus y value, intermediate value, in the temp, and then you will use the previous temp value, right, that you have hold somewhere or in the temp field, and assign that temp value of temp in x, right? So the you store during the execution, okay, during the execution of your business process, right, you produce the values, you produce data, and you use the data in this temporary location that we call process data. And in further steps, okay, you can use these previously stored values. Okay, so in this example x equal to 5, you basically store x equal to 5. Okay, x equal to you use you will store x equal to 5 in the process data. Then in the next step you store y equal to 10 in your process data. Got it? And then in next step you will say give me the value of x that I have stored in the process data. So you will refer your process data. Okay, you will refer your process data and get the value of x, and then plus give me the value of y that I have already stored in the process data, and add these two and store the result in a temp variable or temp data. And then you will say x, when you will say actually in process data x equal to temp, you are actually saying the value that I have already stored in the temp, assign that value in x. Okay, so what I'm telling you, process data is a temporary location where your business process store intermediate data during the execution, and it has ability to go back in any previous step, right, and use the values stored in the previous step in the current step or in the future steps. Okay, so process data is nothing but a temporary location where your business process store values and data for use. Okay, so this is your process data. Now the important thing is every running instance okay, is has separate process data. Every time your business process runs, right? This is your business process. Every time it runs, it gets its own process data, right? So at a say suppose at a particular time you have two business processes, okay, this and this. These two are running at the same time simultaneously. Okay, these two business processes will get the separate instance data. This business process will store its process data here, and this business process or this instance of business process will store its data here in its own process data. Okay, so we store intermediate data of our business process in process data. Okay, in our process data,
Yeah.
and the values that is stored in the process data can be used by uh, next steps in your business process. Okay, so I have already showed you that you click on this, click on the execute, click on the go. So here if you see, in the first step we store a value called foo, and the I mean the name of variable is foo and the value is 55. Okay, in the next step we created another variable called bar, and we store the value 100. So in the second step, if you see, this is my second step, right? So I'm clicking on, if I click on the info on this second step, okay, I will see when this step was executed, how was my process data. So if I click on this, you will see this, right? Bar equal to 100. So it means when second step was executed, it has foo available, foo variable was available for use. And where this value was, foo, it was in the process data of business process. Okay, it's a very important process data of business process. Okay,
Okay.
click on third step. So when third step was executed, you had two variables available for use for third step, and that was your foo
The
and
first
bar.
one too is the process data.
Say again.
The 1 and 2 is the process data. Then
Yes, these two are in the process data, and this is your process data. So process data is actually stored in an XML tag or element called the process data. Okay, next step. So when fourth step was executed, it has 1, 2, 3 variables available for use. Okay, so this is what it is. You got it? So this is your process data. So process data is a temporary
yes.
location used by your business process to store intermediate data. Okay. Now let's use a variable that is available in the process data. Okay. So if I click on the file, open, I will open my business process that I checked in. Checked out from the dashboard. So here you can see I have 1, 2, 3, 4 assignment statements. Okay. Now in the fifth assignment statement, okay, what I want to do is, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fifth, or I will say it as a Z. Okay. In Z, I want a value of foo and xx. Okay, I want the addition of
Okay.
foo and xx.
And first value and third value. Yeah.
First value and third value. I want the addition of first value and third value in Z. How will do that? Okay, so if you see here, we have 4 parameters. One is called to, another is called from, another is a constant. Okay, so far we use this constant. So constant parameter is used if we want to assign some constant value in process data in your element. So like this one, we assign 500 in element called y. But here, actually, I want to assign addition of two values or two variables that already exist in my process data. To do that, we have to use from parameter. Okay, I will not use constant because I don't want to assign any constant value here. I want to read the value of some variable from the process data, and I want to assign the addition of two variables in Z. How to do that? So to do that, we have to write the name of variable. So I want to assign foo, value of foo slash text. Text is a method to read the value of element. Okay, to read the value of element
Okay.
plus, and third one is, what is the name of variable in third place? Third assigned statement is
In the
zz, xx, sorry. So it will be xx slash text. Okay, like this. Okay, I will save it. Now, if we do check-in
taking
and
here the three elements.
check-in,
We are taking here the three elements like the first and second and third.
I'm taking only first and third.
Second. Okay.
So in Z, okay, I will expect value of foo is 55 and the value of x is 200. So I will expect 255 in Z. Okay, so let's run this and see what happens. Now that process is tedious to check any business process and do select the file and things like that. So now I will always use this procedure, directly code. But now you are familiar, right? If you want to do other way around, how to do it. Okay. Okay. So my business process ran successfully. I click on this one. Okay. In the last step, fifth step.
Yeah.
So you can see Z
LZZ.
55. Got it?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So I used values that were available in my process data. And how it was available in my process data? Because previous steps before Z was executed, those values were available. Okay, and I use previous values that were available in the process data to get the new value. Got it? right? So
Yes. Got it. Yes.
this is your process data. How this is how you will be
Okay.
writing your business process and things like that, right?
If we did not click the default means that was not updated. We need to update
Actually,
means we need to click the default.
there is a slight difference between when you will click default and when you will not click default, right? For that, I will
Okay.
explain what is the difference. There is very slight difference, but to understand that, you need to aware of few more things, right? I will not say that it's a
Okay.
very advanced thing, but you need to aware few more things in SI
Yeah.
studying
Yeah.
integrator
Okay.
before I
Okay.
explain.
No problem. No problem.
Okay, so tomorrow session we will see uh, other things, other activities, right? It will take at least I believe one more session. Okay, and we will cover all the activities that are available here. Okay,
Okay.
and after
And
that,
one thing.
after that we will look into the services that are available for configuration in SI. So we have lot and lot of services in SI for the configuration.
Okay.
Okay, we'll see
Okay.
all of them or the most of them. Okay,
Okay. Sure.